Hello, this is Robin with Simple Food, Simple Life. Today I'm going to show you how to make a vegan nacho cheese sauce made with vegetables. Okay, this is what we've got going here. Like I'm not by myself, right? Alright, this is what I have going here. I have some carrots, peeled carrots, and some peeled, diced potatoes, and I am going to boil those. Now we're going to boil them just until they are fork tender, okay? So this is the beginning of our vegan nacho cheese sauce. Now I just want to warn you that after you try this, you will love it so much that it will replace the traditional nacho cheese. Seriously, it will. It will. Not kidding. All right. So I'm going to bring these up to the boil, and I'm going to get them fork tender, and then we will be back, and I'll show you what we're going to do from there. All right. The carrots and the potatoes are cooked fork tender. The potatoes are, or the carrots are a little bit firm, but that's all right. They're uneven, but that's fine. So I've got the heat turned off on these, and what I have, I'm following the recipe. Now, the recipe is a recipe that I got from a YouTube channel, and they also have a blog, and it's called Hot for Food. It is strictly vegan cooking. It's a very good resource for if you're interested in vegan cooking, and it is also they're also very entertaining too. So the host's name is Lauren Toyota, and it's called Hot for Food, and I will be sure and put the link below in my description. Alright, I'm going to go through this so that you know what ingredients go into this, and so that you know what I've already put in this, because you're going to need a blender, okay? Or I suppose you could use a food processor too, but I have a blender, so that's what I'm using. And this recipe is for vegan nacho cheese. Now, it calls for 1 cup of cubed cooked white potatoes and 1/2 cup of cooked carrot. Now, I've got approximately that in there. I'm just guessing. Actually, there's probably more than that, but I'm going to do my best to measure that out a little bit for you so that we can, you know, follow the recipe. Okay, now then, it also calls for 1/4 cup of oil, just any oil, and I already put that in my blender. The recipe calls for 1/4 cup of non-dairy milk. Well, the only non-dairy milk I have is vanilla almond milk, and I don't think that would taste good in there. But you can substitute water. So I'm just simply going to use the cooking water out of the potatoes and carrots. The next thing we need is lemon juice, 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. I squeezed some fresh lemon, as you can see there. I put the 2 teaspoons in. But if you don't have fresh lemon and you've got the bottled lemon, go ahead and use that. It's not that big of a deal. It's fine. You can use it. I've done it before. So that goes in my blender jar. And it calls for a tablespoon of tomato paste, which is optional, but I don't have tomato paste. It's just not something I keep in the house. But I did have some salsa tomatoes, so instead of 1 tablespoon, I put 2 tablespoons of that in. So you can see that this recipe is pretty flexible. And what you're going for is that nacho cheese flavor, right? So it calls for 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, which I put in the jar, and 1 teaspoon of onion powder. and that's in the jar also. You can do more if you want to. It just depends on how you like it, okay? Now then, it also calls for 1½ teaspoons of arrowroot or cornstarch. So, I'm going to, it also calls for 6 pickled jalapeno slices and 3 tablespoons of jalapeno pickling liquid. So, I'm going to put that in. And you can adjust this to however you want it. If you want it more jalapenos, put more in. I like to put jalapenos on top of the nachos when they're, or on top of the nacho cheese when they're ready for the chips. So, there, that's in there. Now then, what else? We need to do our cornstarch. So this calls for 1.5 teaspoons of the cornstarch. And you just put that right in the blender jar, okay? So well, that looks like half. Maybe I'll do a tad more. Okay. All right. Now, everything is in the blender jar except for the potatoes and the carrots. So let's do this. Here is for the benefit of all of you, I'm going to measure out 1 cup of potatoes. Normally, I might just put all these potatoes in here and not really care. I might do that anyway because it's not really that much more over 1 cup, right? You see there? I want to show you. I took that cup out. See? There really isn't that much. I'm going to use all of these vegetables. I'm going to use them all. So in they go. And I'm just going to use my slotted spoon because I want to use some of this liquid in place of the non-dairy milk. Let's put that in there. I think you're going to be surprised and amazed at this. I know it sounds weird, but I actually prefer this over the real cheese. I just do. I just think it tastes better. So okay, let's do. It calls for 1/4 cup. So that looks about right. I'll put that in. Now you may need to add a little bit more as you blend it up, or you may not. It just depends. And the one most important thing that I have to put in there, it's very, very important, is a tablespoon of nutritional yeast. Now, I've showed you this before, and I've told you how much I really love this product. It is full of B vitamins, and because I love it so much, I'm going to put in, just for my own taste, it actually calls for 1 tablespoon. I'm going to put 3 in because and this is what really gives it that beautiful cheesy flavor that you are absolutely going to fall in love with. Okay. For those of you who have issues with dairy, how perfect is this going to be for you? It's going to be perfect. Okay, now then, so we're at the place now where we can blend our ingredients. So I'm going to dump this out because I don't think I need the water anymore. If I do, I could just add regular water. It doesn't really matter that much. So I'm going to put my lid on here, and this is I guess I better get plugged in. I have a Ninja, which is it is a Ninja Auto IQ. So here we go. We're going to blend it up. I shut myself off, didn't I? Okay, if you want to pour this over your chips and you're going to serve them right away, you can. if you want to use a dish like I'm going to do and just put your chips around it and just dip in, you can do that too. You can do them the traditional nacho way with the cheese on top. And I want you to know that if you want to use this cheese sauce for something else, perhaps if you want to make broccoli cheese, just simply leave out the jalapenos, you know, the more of the traditional Mexican flavors. Just leave those out, but leave all the other stuff in. So you can use this for other things. It's really, really, really that good. Okay? All right. I'm going to see how good that looks. It's really, really good looking. Now I'm going to put some in this bowl. And you know what? If by chance you have any left over, just put it in a container and stick it in the refrigerator. It'll work out. It's just fine. And you know, this keeps for quite a little bit in your refrigerator. I wish that you could taste this. I hope that you will make it so that you will taste it. And I think it's something everybody will love. And you know what? The beauty of this is when you eat this, sometimes people have difficulties with cheese, and when you eat this, it does not bother your stomach at all. If you're lactose intolerant and you miss traditional food, this is for you. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put a few chips around here. So that you can see. My daughter makes this probably every week, and they love it because she was becoming a kind of intolerant to cheese products and to the point of breaking out. And she really, really missed this nacho cheese, so this solved the solution for her. She loves, loves, loves it. Okay, here we go. Now look at that. See? You can serve it that way. It's just fine, isn't it? See how good that looks? Or pour it over the top of your chips on a big platter and chow down. Oh, chow down. I'm going to have a bite now. And listen, follow the link below and don't forget to go to Hot for Food because I think that you will really like it. See how it sticks to your chips? That's what we're looking for, baby. Mmm. Good. I'm giving myself a hand because it's really delicious. Okay, listen. I hope you give this a try. I love ya. And I really, really appreciate the fact that you joined me today. I really do. Because then I don't feel like I'm in the kitchen all by myself, right? Hey, listen. You can do this. If I can do it, you can do it. You know it's true. Okay? All right. I love ya. Oh, I need a jalapeno on there. I need that right there. Come on. Come to mama. And you know what? I do love you. And you just remember that little is much when God is in it. Okay. Bye. Talk to you later. Mmm. Mmm. Mmm, mmm, mmm. Bless my soul. If you don't try this, you're missing out. Bye. Thank you for watching Simple Food, Simple Life. Please like, subscribe, and share because other people need to know this stuff too, you know. Bye. Love ya.